What's up, everybody? A few things I want to share with you this morning. This morning I'm in a little bit different location. I'm out here on the beaches of Orange Beach, and sorry about my hat. I didn't want to wear sunglasses because I wanted you to be able to see my eyes, but had to get something to keep the sun on my eyes. But a few things I want to share this morning as I'm out here on this beach, enjoying God's creation. I think about when Peter saw Jesus from the shore, and Jesus called out to him. And I think about that story in the Bible and how awesome it is. I'm gonna read it to you real quick. John 21, verse 1. After these things, Jesus showed himself again to the disciples at the Sea of Tiberias. And in this way he showed himself: Simon Peter, Thomas called the twin, Nathanael of Canaan of Galilee, and the sons of Zebedee, and the two others, his disciples, were together. Simon Peter said to them, I'm going fishing. They said to him, we are going with you also. They went out and immediately got into the boat, and that night they caught nothing. And when the morning had come, Jesus stood on the shore, yet the disciples did not know that it was Jesus. They didn't know it was him. And Jesus said to them, children, have you any food? They answered him, no. And he said, cast the net to the right side of the boat, and you will find some. So they cast it, and now they were not able to draw it in because of all the multitude of fish. Therefore the disciples whom Jesus loved said, Peter, it is the Lord. Now when Simon Peter heard this, it was the Lord, he put on his outer garment, for he had removed it, and plunged into the sea. But the other disciples came in by boat, and they were not far from land, for about 200 cubits, dragging the net of fish with them. And as soon as they had come into the land, they saw the fire of coals there, and the fish that laid on it. And Jesus said unto them, bring some fish which you have just caught. Jesus was on the shore, and Peter and them were in a boat out there fishing. Jesus had already died on the cross, and he was coming back. This was before he ascended into heaven. And what it is his disciples they're like, well, they followed Jesus for so long, and they're like, well, what do we do now? Where do we go? They were kind of like, well, I guess I'm gonna go back to what I know best. Fishing. So what they did, they loaded up the boat and they went fishing, and they started fishing, and they were doing things their own way. They were doing things the way they thought they needed to be done, and guess what? That wasn't the right way to do it. So Jesus appeared to them on the shore and said, hey, have you caught any fish? And they're like, no, we ain't caught no fish. Well, you notice Jesus said, you cast the net to the right, you'll find some. He didn't say, hey, maybe if you throw it over there to the other side, you'll catch some. Hey, have you tried throwing it to the other side? If you cast the net to the right, you will find some. He's saying for sure, if you go to the right side, you'll find some. What he's saying is, hey, if you do it this way, you're going to find some. So the whole thing is, what Jesus is telling us is that they were trying to do things their way. They had a spirit and a comforter when Jesus left them. And see, they didn't realize they had guidance, and they didn't realize they had someone that was going to lead them and someone that was going to be there for them. So they just went back to what they knew best, fishing. But Jesus showed them, hey, look, if you cast it out to the right side, I'll show you that I'll make you fishermen of men. So what I want you to do is and when he went out to the right side, they had so much fish they couldn't even pull the net into the boat. What he's telling them, hey, look, I want you to do things the way I want you to do them. I want you to do things my way. And I want you to go out and be fishermen of men. And I want you to go out and telling people about the gospel. I want you to go out and telling people about the good news about what I've done and what I've left you with. There's so much that Jesus has done for us, and that we need to go out and tell the people around us, and the people in our families, and people in other places. And that's what he's trying to tell them right there, Peter. And when Peter realized it was Jesus, he took off his stuff, and he went jumping into the water, swam to the shore. He was so excited. He's like, hey, he's back. But see, they were trying to do things their way, and it wasn't working. How many times have we tried to do things our way? We try to do things our way. I try to do things Andrew's way. I think Andrew's way is the best way. I'm gonna try to do things my way, and it never works out. But once I realized that the only way is the way of the cross, and I started submitting myself to God, and I started relying on his way and his ideas and his guidance, sometimes things got a lot easier for me. So just remember that this morning. no matter what you're doing in your life. Always be submissive. Always be able to submit yourselves to Jesus Christ. And let Him direct you and guide you and show you in which directions you need to go. Let Him tell you which side of the net to cast off, or which side of the boat to cast the net off of. Because He will make you fishermen of men. We'll go out and He'll give you all the abundance that you need. But we have to trust in Him and rely on Him. Thank you so much. I love you.